Today we're going to take a look at CQG's new full-service hedge management system built for everyone from producers to elevators and co-ops to agribusiness firms and brokers. CQG's hedge management system lets the elevator create bids and offers inclusive of a basis price and publish that out to their customers who are then able to look at bid sheets and place trades based on that basis price. The really cool part about that basis price is that it's a tradable basis price. And so what happens is not only can the producer sell their grain or whatever the product may be to their elevator, but at the same time, we're going to put a hedge order on at the exchange. We'll strip out the basis and put it on under the hedge account, not the producer's cash account. That eliminates the responsibility of brokers and elevators who manage a very large GTC order book, because that hedge order that's working at the exchange is tied to that basis. And so if the elevator makes a change to the basis price and publishes that new basis price out, we will cancel and replace that hedge order working at the exchange. So it's always going to be consistent with whatever the basis price is that the elevator is showing out to their producers. And that's what makes it a truly full-service, tradable hedge management system. Let's take a look at what that means. Up here, we're looking at the bids and offers widget, which is what the elevator or the co-op is going to use to configure contracts that they're going to publish out to their customers, the producers or whoever their customer is that's looking at the basis price. Any location that that elevator has is going to be set up on the back end. So in their locations, they're going to see all of their locations here, and then they can set up contracts per location and pricing per location. So I'm going to look here at my Chicago location. I've already got some contracts set up. Over here is where I've got the pricing type. This is basis pricing, and I have my basis. So in this case, I'm 10 under, 15 under, and that's creating this bid here. Let's walk through setting one up. Using this new contract plus over here is how I'm going to configure a new contract that I want to push out to my customers. I can change my location here as well. Choose the product that I'm looking at. So every location can have specific products that they've pre-configured that are available for that location. In this case, I'm going to use corn. And I want to do a bid and add a description. Let's call this Chicago corn. And then I can add things like a delivery start and end and expiration. That's essentially saying when my location is going to start taking delivery of this Chicago corn contract. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in and say tomorrow. You don't have to put that in if it's not something that you want to add. And when is this bid available till? When will it expire? Let's say on the 9th. The source product for corn in this case is Globex corn, and that's set up on the back end. So anytime it's a corn contract, it's going to be tied to that source product. And then I can choose a source month. So here I'm looking at December corn. And then this is where I'm going to put in my basis. So for this one, let's say that we're 25 under. I can type it in, or I can use the plus and minus buttons here to change it. And once I hit add, I'm going to see it here in my publish bids and offers window. It's got a status of new. So all of these that say published are already out, published out to my end customers, and they can see these contracts on their devices. But this one has not been published until I choose publish. So once I publish it, it's going to go out to all of my end customers. And the way they see it is in the View Bids and Offers widget. So Publish Bids and Offers is just for the elevators and the co-ops to set these up, possibly the brokers in some cases. View Bids and Offers is what the end users are looking at. So this is where they're going to see the contracts that are tradable to them and the prices, which are inclusive of basis price. And so here was that Chicago corn that I had just published, and I gave it a minus 25 basis. So I see the source bid. That's the Chicago corn here. I also have it over here in my quote window. And I'm 25 under that source bid price. As I mentioned before, this is a tradable basis. So this is tied to that underlying corn contract, and a producer can place an order to sell their Chicago corn to their elevator using the basis trade widget. So you'll notice that I have it over here, and I've linked these two windows. I can tell that by my blue indicator right here. And if I click through any one of these, it's going to update my basis trade widget to that contract. So going back to my Chicago corn, I'm ready to sell Chicago corn to my elevator. And if I hit sell, I've now placed that order, and I see it here in my working orders window. I see two orders. So this one is my order. This is that producer order selling to the elevator, and I see that basis price, so it was $3.43. I also, at the same time, CQG has taken that order in and submitted an order to the exchange under the Hedge account. So the elevator account or the broker account, wherever that Hedge account is set up, has now been submitted to the exchange. We've stripped out the basis, and so we sent it at $3.68, and that is now working at the exchange. The other really cool part about the Hedge management system is we had a lot of feedback from customers that they manage a large GTC order book because they have lots of different price targets, and as we get closer to expiration, they're canceling some of those orders and trying to get closer to the price they want to be at. We wanted to reduce some of that manual work for our customers, and so we have tied this basis to this Hedge order, as you've seen when we submitted the order. The same thing will happen if I change the basis price. It's going to change that underlying futures price as well on the working order. So I can come here in my Publish Bids and Offers and edit any one of these. And if I hit edit, we'll stick with our same contract here. And let's take this corn contract. Let's say I want to bring it to 15 under. Hit OK. And then just like when we created the contract, this is not published out to my customers until I hit Publish. It's currently in a modified status. If I hit Publish, I'm going to go ahead and publish that. And you'll see up here I have my fill report. So as we moved closer to the market, we actually got filled. There was a cancel replace done on the working order. I now have no working order down here. And I was filled as I came to that 15 under price. So it takes away that need to have multiple different price targets in the marketplace. Anytime you change your basis price, we're going to change that Hedge order price for you as well. And as you can see, that's how we've created really a full-service Hedge management system for everyone. So brokers can use the CQG desktop platform as they normally do to trade futures and options contracts on CQG, and then they can make use of the Hedge management widgets, usually on a separate page, but really set up however you want to. As you know, CQG desktop is very flexible. So if you set up a page with all of these widgets, the elevator or the co-op is going to have their Publish Bids and Offers widget where they're going to be setting this up and publishing this stuff out to the end customers. And then we can give the producers or the farmers their own desktop application for use on a computer or a mobile app where they're going to see these bid sheets and they're going to be able to transact with their elevator using the basis trade widget. And as you saw, then when they've submitted those orders, that's where we're also going to do the Hedge order as well as the cash order. So the cash and Hedge transaction are taking place in the same system, really at the same time, and the prices are tied to each other so that when one changes, the other changes as well. And we reduce the risk of error, and we get rid of that need to call around and make changes to GTC order books or call your broker to quickly place a new Hedge order. Thanks so much for your time. For any questions, please contact c2@cqg.com.